class, we discussed the why English communication is essential and how to improve the skill, right? And that we discussed. Second is we also discussed introduction to voice and accent, right? And then after we had a discussion on why do we have such different accents, right? Yes, ma'am. So we do have such different actions, and we talk about that first language influence. First language influence is called as a mother tongue influence. Generally, come out with the when we live in means one particular society, but we come out from the uh, variety of state, and we have a different mother tongue, native language or local language, isn't it? Let's talk about that. We are the Odia, and we speak Odia is our first language, isn't it? Then second and third language generally happen what when we try to learn it. When we try to learn it, means the native language or mother tongue influence into it. Influence means in between it comes. While you are speaking English, in between you also speak Odia, or while you are speaking Odia, in between also you put some English language, right or not? That's known as the mother tongue influence or first language influence. We also talk about geographical influence. We talk about socio-economic influence. We also talk about educational influence, and the last one we talk about climatic influence, isn't it? So then we talk about what would be the consequence if we pronounce, what would be the consequence if we pronounce and our voice and accent are not clear, right? So obviously it leads to the barrier. Barrier means called as an obstacle. Obstacle of what? Obstacle of understanding to the others. Like we talk about sender or receiver. Sender is the person who speak the language, and receiver is the person who understands the language, right? But if the sender unable to pronounce proper word, like instead of saying pour, if he use the term called as a board, right, then it will be a different different pronunciation. Instead of pa is heard, right? So like we many of the scenario we find out about that agent and customer. Then we also talk about what do we say that uh, instead of saying the, you are saying the, right? So that also create a kind of a means a problem, like pa ba, right, ka ga. So sa and sha, sa and sha, so cha and ka. So these are nothing but the kind of a sound we find out in consonants or in a vowels, isn't it? So that generally we find out in a educational institution, industries, right? So among the employers, among the employees, among the students also. So communication matters the most when you put it proper sound in your language, right? So that's what is called as a proper communication between sender receiver, right? Now, for that region, we also find out some of the training on voice and accent skills. So people generally take voice and accent skills. So what kind of a training are necessary? Generally, we need to go for the awareness of individual communication skills. Individual communication skills. So when we talk about individual communication skills or style, so there we need to know that how to articulate means how to present the word or how to pronounce the word, isn't it? That's something called as a articulate. Second one is called as a articulation of the means which is in Odia called as a uchcharana. Articulation means uchcharana. So second is called as a pronunciation. So proper sound, right, or proper accent you must use, pronunciation, right? Third one is called as a syllable, word or sentences. Syllable, what is syllable? What is means what structure? What how a sentence is constructed, right? So those must be properly pronounced, right? So and the fourth one is called as the intonation. So these are the four things are there that come under. Please do come. So that come under what? Awareness of individual communication style, right? So individual communication style. It means how you communicate proper. You can communicate proper when you articulate the word properly, when you pronounce the word properly, when you know about the syllable, word, and sentence structure. Syllable, what is syllable? Syllable is called as a sound. What kind of a sound? That can be a vowel sound, that can be a consonant sound, right? So, say a word, how a word is formed, how a sentence is created. So, when you know about it, you can properly produce the English sentence, right? Or when you properly make a communication, then it's called as a intonation. Intonation is called as a tonal, right? The sound of the tone. So that's called as a pitch, whether you rise or whether you low, isn't it? Intonation. So, and these are nothing but called as awareness. You find out 2-mark question in this, right? So 2-mark question is called as a define awareness of individual style, right? Individual communication style. So you need to write these 4 options, right? Or these 4 means words. Got my point? Right. I'm just telling you while I discuss, I'll also point out which of the questions are possibly come. Right. Second is called as the identity of areas of improvement. When we talk about identity areas of improvement, what do you mean by identity areas of improvement? Let's see that you people study science, right? In science, you have a botany, biology, chemistry, physics, math, right? In that case, some people might do excellent in a biology. Some people might do excellent in a, what do we say that, chemistry. Some people do excellent in a physics, right? But some people do not do well in all. Some people do not do well in all. Sorry, वो गुट्टे 40. हाँ, लगन more करन. So in that case, what do you find out here? So you find out that areas of improvement. So where you find out your weakening, so you need to work there. You need to, but at first you need to identify that, right or not? So let's say that you find out that interchanging sound. Interchanging sound means called as a, for example, sa, right? SEAC. SHARAH, Sharu, right? So in that case, what happened? You find out that the sound pronunciation, that's called as a shame, right? So shame, and another one is called as a sem, right? Sem. So in that case, one is called as a lower sound, one is called as a higher sound, or called as a stressing onto it. So similar to that, the second one is called as MTI. Like I pointed, what is that MTI? Mother tongue influence, right? You may get the acronym form in exam 1 mark, which is called as what is the full form of MTI? That can be called as a mother tongue influence, right? So on the manner of what? Why mother tongue influence is pointed? Mother tongue influence is pointed to point out that what? Okay, how you articulate the speech, how you articulate the end speech, isn't it? So, for example, pronouncing this, THIS, the sound is coming. And when you say that DIS, dish, right? So, in that case, you would find out your mouth, means perform in a different way, right? This, dish, right? So, this is called as a, dish, khane ka cheez. Right? Whereas this is called as a pointing. This means sounds like that. So due to prominent presence of what? The and THIS. The and the. Like I said, no, per. When you say that poke, POKE. Some say FUN, fun. Per. So your upper teeth will touch to your lower lip. When you say that what? Fun, right? Then where when you use you would find out that 2 lips are connected. When you say your upper teeth is touching to your lower lip, isn't it? Then only the sound comes, right? And you find out the differentiation between and per and fur. Similar to that, the and the. So please do remember that you are learning nothing but the basic language skills, which are taught in the 5th standard and 6th standards in ICSE, right? So let me point out here it is stated, mother tongue influence the manner of articulation and speech. So, and we talk about this, and the third is called as incorrect stress. We don't know how we communicate, right? And that's the reason when we find out the word, we produce a different sound to it, right or not? So let's say that when you say technology, right? Where do we need to give the stress? You can see TECHNOLOGY. It's not about that combination of letters. It indicates that where you need to give the stress. So if you see that technology, so your stress on what? Logy, technology, technology, isn't it? Water, water, isn't it? So stress on ta, stress on la, isn't it? That is what called as a means. What do we say? That stress, right? How you speak it. Now you must have seen the English movies where you find out the people speak, right? The kind of a language and that they give the stress. Please do remember these are the serious things, because in compulsory English you would find out of the 80 marks, this particular text would come somehow called 40 to 50 marks, right? You cannot ignore this, right? Next is called as incorrect stress, that pronouncing technology, stressing on the third syllable instead of the second. Now syllable is what? That called as a vowel sound that you find out in the word. So here you would find out the means when you talk about technology, here you would find out E, here you would find out O, and here you would find out O. TE, one stress. Second is called as a NO, another stress. LO, another stress. So wherever the vowels are there, right, you can consider that this is one sound, right? Technology, isn't it? So stressing on the third syllable instead of the second. So why do we stress on the third syllable? Because a word is segregated. You can say that, let me give you a very easy example. One is called as a FID, F-I-D, FID. The meaning of FID is called as a trust. I say bona fide, bon fide, bona fide. Now you find out two sounds. Fide is one sound, bona fide is two sound, right? So you also say that you can say that mala fide, mal and fide, right? So you also say that infidelity, infidelity. Got the point? So how many sounds you would find out? Three sounds. Feed, infid, infidelity. Got my point? So therefore, you understand that they will not ask you the definition. They will tell you that how many sounds that you find out from the word infidelity. How do you judge that? How you will identify that? You will identify when you segregate the word into three different words, water, right? So when you say that, like you must have heard adjective, healthy, healthier, healthiest, right? So in that case, healthy, one, healthier, two, healthiest, two, isn't it? That's called as a division of the word into sounds. Now that is what called as a syllable instead of the second. Syllable ke baare mein diya gaya hai. So the fourth one is called as inappropriate intonation. Inappropriate intonation, the way you present, right? Example of this could be the sing song or the flat intonation style. Sometimes what happened, I give you a kind of a paragraph. So some students, when they are invited to the stage and speak on a particular topic, they speak it, flat note. What do you mean by flat note? Dear sir, it is a very good time for me to discuss all such kind of a thing. So he doesn't know where to stop, where to resume, where to end, isn't it? When you do not know where to stop, where to resume, where to end, you go with the flat note, right? So some like let's say that the best example you would find out the singer, right? Who have a very good note. He knows that how to make a rhyme, isn't it? है कि नहीं? गाना गा के समझाऊं क्या? तुझे देखा तो ये जान, ऐसा है कि नहीं? So what kind of a note you find out here? You find out there is a beautiful means a song when it has a lower pitch and higher pitch with a proper rhyming scheme, isn't it? Then it is known as a means what do we say, that intonation, proper tone, beautiful tone. We say no, the nightingale tone, Lata Mangeshkar, right? So the kind of a tone means what is her name? I forgot. So, Sonu Nigam. So those are nothing but called as an example. But when you a bathroom singer, you must have heard of bathroom singer, like in bathroom mein jo gaate hain, right? So that is called as an inappropriate intonation, isn't it? So in that areas of improvement, what do we find out? We find out the sounds, we find out the MTI, we find out the syllable, we find out the intonation. Understood? These are the four things that come under identify area of improvement, right? The next one you would find out, develop an understanding of the phonetic system. What do you mean by phonetic? Phonetic is called as a sound. Phone means, you understand phone, right? Telephone, gramophone, homophone, symphony, right? Similar to that, phonetics, phonology, study of sounds, isn't it? So when we talk about develop an understanding of the phonetics, so you must understand how the sounds are created, right? And once students evaluate and understand their strength and weakness in terms of the accent of a language. Accent of a language means how the word should be pronounced, right? So the importance of learning the English phonetic system is evident. So therefore, IPS, International Phonetic School, right, that produces with the 44 sounds, right? And still now, many of the students have a kind of a wrong notion that in vowel we have a 5 sounds. How many sounds we have in a vowel? 5. So A, E, I, O, U. No, they are letters. I ask sound. The sounds are nothing but called as a 44 sounds, and out of that, vowel sounds are called as a 8, right? And diphthong sounds are 12. Diphthong means double vowels, right? And 20 consonant sounds are there, right? 20 consonant sounds, like I say, pa, ba, ka, ga, ta, da, cha, ja, right? These are called as a consonant sounds. When you talk about vowel sounds, you find out A, E, I, O, then U, right? Like, Gulmal Returns ka jo side, what is that name? So uska jo sound tha, चुप रहता ना हमेशा, ओ so उसी हिसाब से करना है. But let me tell you, I'll show you the symbol and how you pronounce that we will discuss in the class itself. Okay, so next is called as what? Understanding the phonetic system. So to understand the phonetic system, you must understand the sounds, right? How many sounds? That I pointed, 44 sounds. Then the next one, fourth one, which is called as a it's called as a learning will help bring about the awareness of correct manner and place of articulation, right? So once you know about the sound, right, like I pointed, no, what are the sound? Pa, pa, right? This is called as a sounds, right? So consonant sound. When you say so means it's called as a round shape mouth. When you say oo, right? We say no pour, oo. So in that case, these are known as a sound. But the sound will be appropriate when you know about manner and place of articulation. Manner and place of articulation. It means how you place, what do you place, and how you articulate, right? And it is called as a place of articulation for each sound in an English language. Each sound, like how many sounds I pointed? 44 sounds. And each sound has the manner and has the place of articulation. Am I clear with the articulation means? Articulation means how you present it. How you present when you know place and manner. Let's say that I'm talking about two lips are connected. So this is called as a manner of or place of articulation. So place kona na dita lips ko ame place korchu, join korchu. So manner kona manner present hobo na per sound will come, right? So cha. So when you say that to upper and lower, it's connected. It's called as a cha sound comes. When your tongue bend down and touch to your palate, it makes another sound. Ma, right? So ng sound, right? So that's, please do remember, you need to write down that sound presents n or ng, because on the basis of that you will get to 1 mark and 10 marks will come objective best, 10 or 20 marks on this. So next is called as a understand the syllabic stress and intonation. So beside manner of articulation, place of articulation, so you also understand the syllabic stress. Syllabic stress means syllable kale ame bujuchu, syllable sound. So stress on the sound, how you give the stress on sound. Where do you say, if you find out diphthong sound? Diphthong means what? Double vowels, right? Single vowel is called as a vowel sound. So understand the syllabic stress and intonation. Student can build on their communication skills through the process of understanding the syllabic patterns, right? Syllabic patterns. Syllabic patterns and intonation styles appropriate in English. And this would also help increase comprehension and therefore improve communication skills. Isn't it? So that is what syllabic stress and intonation. So what are the things that you find out so far in identifying areas of awareness of individual communication style? Second is called as the area of improvement, and third is called as understanding the phonetic system. Fourth one is called as understand the syllabic stress and intonation. Then fifth one is called as a correct, improve and practice. Correct, improve and practice. In the beginning stage, you would find out the mistakes. Your job is to correct it, right? So not only correct, but also improve and practice. So practice that comes last. So as students continue to understand and the English phonetic system, so the error correction and practice would happen simultaneously, right? However, please note that this is the most important part of the process, since positive change and improvement, positive change, you always have a positive note in your mind. Okay, I'm going to learn this because I'm going to improve my pronunciation, my way of speaking, my communication skills. So that is called as a positive thought, right? And you need to practice in that manner always. So positive change and improvement is the end objective of accent improvisation. Accent improvisation. Then the last one, you would find out evaluate improvement. What do you mean by evaluate improvement? Now, when you see that you did the incorrect one, so you try to correct them, you try to improve them, and then you say that evaluate whether your improvement is going in the right path or not, right? So which is nothing but called as a final step to check the improvement by testing the student. So in that case, you can say that 6 comprehensible accents, 6 comprehensible, globally comprehensible accents for which we need the training. And the first one, we talk about individual communication style. Second one is called as the area of improvement. Third one is called as the developing on understanding the phonetic system. The fourth one is called as understanding the syllabic stress. And fifth one is called as a correct, improve. And you can talk about the practice. And the last one is called as evaluate your improvement, right? Got my point? These are nothing but the introductory part in which you expect 5 questions will come, right? Then you will go for the next one. That's called as introduction to phonetics, right? Introduction to phonetics. Now, when we talk about introduction to phonetics, you can see a couple of words are given in a kind of a picture. Do you see that in that PDF? Can you see that? So what are they? Sultry, sugar. Now you use the term called as a SU. It uses as a sa, isn't it? But you use the word called as a SUGAR. You use the term called as a sugar, right or not? P-U-T put, B-U-T but. Isn't it? P-U-T put, B-U-T but. So similar to that, S-E-A-C, S-E-A-C, I-D-E-A is called as IA. One is called as E, one is called as IA. है कि नहीं? Idea आप कहते हो ना? Idea. So similar to that, heave and heaven. You use the term called as H-E-A-V-E, H-E-A-V-E, which is called as a heave, right? Another is called as a hay, he, hay, isn't it? He, hay. So next is called as a frown and blown, right? Or sorry, frown and blown. F-R-O-W-N, frown means called as anger, right? B-L-O-W-N, blown. It's something called as a blown, right or not? So similar to that T-O-W-E-D, how you pronounce it? Tout, right? B-O-W-E-D, bo, right? Promise. One is called as a dragging, one is called as a promise. T-O-W-E-D, tout. One is called as a B-O-W-E-D, bo. So similar to that C-U-S-H-I-O-N, how you produce the sound? Cushion, right? Cushion, right? C-U-S-H-I-O-N, cushion. Sh is there, who is there, C-U, cushion. And M-I-L-L-I-O-N, million, million. Isn't it? Ma sound is produced, million. Similar to that C-H-A-I-R, that called as a chair, chair, right? Whereas C-H-A-O-S, chaos, chaos. Isn't it? C-H-A, C-H-K, right or not? The same letters, right? Chair and chaos. Now, similar to that, P-O-L-K-A, polka, right? Polka, and T-L-K, tak, right? So, warm and stern, right? You can find out where you are giving stress. W-O-R-M, warm, right? Whereas S-T-O-R-M, stir. यहाँ पे हम stir में stress डालते हैं, वहाँ पे हम rum में डालते हैं, warm, isn't it? So, similar to that, people, people, people. We do miss the sound of that L, L-E. Paper, right? People. So, like हम कहते हैं ना, paper. R sound is missing. Paper. People and paper, right? So, in that case, people, then next is called as a leper. L-E-O-P-A-R-D. Leper. People, P यहाँ पे आ रहा है, वहाँ पे ले आ रहा है. Isn't it? People, leper. Then similar to that, next one is called as a laugh and ghost, right? You can see that A-U-G-H, ow, laugh, right? Laugh. Then G-H-O-S-T, ghost, ghost, isn't it? So O and ow, usi hisab se. So these are nothing but called as a sound. And how do you make the differentiation? When you are using CH, CH, cha, cha, E, EA, right? EA, EA, C and idea. You also find out EA, EA given in a heave and heave, right? So similar to that, every word that carries with the same letter but having a different sounds. Because of the what? Because of the consonant letter used with it. So S-U, U is the vowel sound, but S is the consonant. Because of the consonant, the vowel makes a different production of sounds, right? So each of the word pairs have similar words. However, each of them is pronounced differently, right? Examples are given, sultry and sugar, right? So you would find out the two words have the letter of the alphabet S. However, the first word is pronounced with what? A S sound, right? And the second one has a sh sound, right? Please do see also, observe the sign, because sign is also come in the exam, right? So many signs you will find out. So one is called as a simple S, right? Another one is called as a like F in a italic manner, right? F in italic manner. So similar to that C and idea, the two words have the letters of the alphabet EA. However, the first word has a E, I, then that's called as a column. I column is given. That's called as a E, right? So sound, and the second word has a again another sound, means what? Another symbol, which is called as a right? Idea, right? The first one is called as a C. Another one is called as a idea. Yeah. So that's what you need to point out. In exam, you won't find out the symbol. You would find out that IDEA. Now you need to show the symbol used in it. The symbol used in it. Next, similar to that, heave and even, the two words have the letters of the alphabet is called as a heave. However, the first word has, you can say heave, H-I-V, agree? So, and the second one has have, H-E-V, have, heaven. So, toad and vowed. You also find out O-W-E-D, oat. However, the first word has the kind of a symbol sound, and the second one has the, means you can say, bird sound. So, cushion, million, chair, chaos, brown, blown, polka and talk. So, worm and storm, people and leopard, laugh and ghost. So, after giving you the information about this, I'll give you one of the, data sheet or called as a Google form to do the kind of a task into it. Okay, so you need to remember these are the things, the differentiation and the symbols. Right. Then we'll move for the what? International Phonetic Associate Alphabet, or called as a school. Let's go to discuss that. The word pairs shown have similar spellings but different pronunciation. Right. So, and therefore it is important to have a system that has one-to-one correlation with what is written and what is pronounced. So we have two types of languages, right? So phonetic languages, right? Two types of language. One is called as a phonetic language, and another one is called as a non-phonetic language. Phonetic languages means on the basis of the sounds, right? Another one is called as a not basis on the sound, right? So phonetic languages, the words are pronounced exactly the way they are written, and are also written exactly the way you hear it. The way you hear it. There is a direct relationship between the spelling and the pronunciation. Right. So, for example, Arabic, Hindi, and Spanish. These are the language. So, non-phonetic languages are what? The words are not pronounced exactly the way they are. Right. They are written. There is no correlationship, right, one-to-one between the spelling and the pronunciation. For example, you talk about French and English. You won't find out that what means no correlation, right? So that's the reason you would find out French is easier than English language, learning English language, right? So because you say that what? March, they say Marcy, right? You say June, so they say June, right? You say July, they say Juliet, right? That's what. So fine, the IPA was published by the International Phonetic Association in the year of 1888. Remember that, right? Then we talk about the division of the International Phonetic Alphabet. The idea is called as the letters of the alphabet. How many letters of the alphabet that you find out? 26, right? And sounds in the English language, you would find out sounds in the English language. Now you find out letters in the alphabet, it's called as a 26. Sounds in the English language, 44. That I told you, right, in the earlier part. Isn't it? Now when you division, so you would find out 26 letters. There you will find out 21 consonant sounds, 5 vowels, 21 consonant letter, and 5 vowel letter. Am I clear? So A, E, I, O, U are 5 vowel letters. Understood? So second is called as a 44. Number of consonant sounds are 24. 24 consonant sounds, and you would find out 20 vowel letters. Right? 20 vowel sounds. Isn't it? Understood the difference between vowel letters and sounds? 26 letters, 44 sounds. 21 consonant sound, consonant letter, 5 vowel letter. So 44 sounds, 24 consonant sound, 20 vowel sounds. In 20 also you would find out 12 diphthongs, 8 vowel sounds. Right? So if you get the kind of a question that segregate the letter and sounds, then you need to point out that. I hope you understood this. Got the point?